further ado, the wisdom of Johnny House.
Thank you. All right. Thank you all for having me. I think this is an honor and a privilege to be able to do the thought of the day. And I'm going to have Angel who's going to assist me here. And here we go. So most of us here have been incarcerated. So some of you probably are familiar with the term C status. So by show of hands, can I see who's all familiar with that term, C status? Okay, there you go. Okay, so as you know, when you're on C status, there's another term associated with that called program failure. And program failures, as we know, have nothing coming. Everything's reduced. You know, phone access, canteen access, yard access, packages, and vocational and employment opportunities. And I place emphasis on vocational and academic opportunities in particular. And the reason why is because those opportunities can make the difference between success and failure, incarceration and freedom, and indeed between life and death. And the reason I bring it up is because even though program failure may be an integral part of the penal system, engineered to perpetuate self-destructive and antisocial behavior, here at Homeboy Industries, that's not the case.
We could.
And yeah, but that's not the case here at Homeboy Industries, right? And in fact, the opposite is true. The programs, and that is to say the resources and the opportunities available at Homeboy have been engineered for success. And if you have any doubt of that, all you have to do is take a look around. I mean, do you think Samaji was born a navigator? He may even want you to think that he was, but he had to put in hard work to make that happen, right? And by the same token, we got Big Vince. He was recently promoted to case manager, and we have the security force here. And with that said, I want to send out a shout to Warren G. You know, we love you, brother. We miss you. We wish you a speedy recovery, right? And so the thing is, no, that wasn't easy money. They didn't receive those positions. They weren't handed to them on a silver platter. They had to work hard to achieve those things, right? And so, and in the process of doing that, what they did is they took advantage of the resources and opportunities available to Homeboy, elevating themselves in the process. And I look at that as a measure of success. And even myself, since I've been here, I've had a measure of success myself as well. You know, when I first got here, I didn't have much money in the bank to speak of. And now, thanks to those bi-weekly deposits, you know, I'm fairly proud of what I have in the bank right now, right? Right? And so, and in addition to that, I got you covered, dog. In addition to that, I'm self-invested, just like a lot of other people here, on a daily basis. I'm participating in classes and showing up for work crews. And thanks to my navigator and case manager, Ozzy and Christina, where you at around here? Not only am I on the verge of enrolling in paralegal college,
All right.
and heading to the state capitol on the 13th of this month to engage the legislature, but also I'll be moving into a brand new apartment complex. And also I'm going to be starting in the business next week, I believe, on Tuesday, right?
That's right.
And so I would think that I look at it like things are going pretty good and successful for me right now, but not just for me, but thanks to Homeboy Enterprises for all of the amazing people connected with my present journey as well. That includes prospective trainees, staff, and executive staff alike. Especially I'd like to acknowledge the computer lab, the legal department, employment counselors, education, human resources, housing, the bakery, the homegirl cafe, and the other enterprises. Collectively, through these various components of Homeboy Industries, homeboys and homegirls are able to accomplish any goal, any dream they set their minds on. Whether it be becoming a paralegal, a lawyer, a doctor, or a navigator, or a case manager, at Homeboy Enterprise, not Enterprise, but Industries, right? No dream is too big to become reality. Like I like to tell people on the street, man, homeboy, homegirl, you should go down to Homeboy Industries. Whatever it is you're interested in, they got you covered. They got your back, whatever your needs may be, right? And Homeboy Industries is a one-stop shopping center for success. That's what I actually tell people when I meet them on the street. And it's that simple. And that said, Homeboy is here for you too, but only if you want it to be. But only if you want it to be. For you, Homeboy needs a certain level of commitment. For instance, Homeboy needs you to be here for training on time, okay? It needs you to train in kinship, and it needs you to commit to your sobriety. A violation of either of these things could result in the final check, as we know. But the choice is yours. I have a good example, and I have a bad one. The bad one first. There was a homie. We'll call him Mr. Anonymous. He came to train one day intoxicated and under the influence. And Mario, on top of his game, as always, caught wind of it. So the next thing you know... the restroom and he's testing positive and he's facing a choice, let me see here, he's facing a choice between remaining a program failure and recommitting himself to success, right? And so anyway, I didn't know it at the time, but when I saw him 3 days later, and he whipped out a pookie pipe, I'm being honest about this, he whipped out a pookie pipe and offered me a hit, I knew he had made a bad decision, right? And I haven't seen him since, and I don't know if he'll show up through those doors ever again, but I do know this. If he does come through those doors, and if he's willing to recommit to success and sobriety, those doors will always be open to him. And the reason why I know that is because there was another homie on a similar journey. They backslid, they relapsed, but unlike the other homie, they recommitted to success. They checked into rehab, they were gone for 30 or 40 days or so, but now they're back. Let's give Angel a round of applause. And so anyway, let's see, that said, although some of us, actually probably most of us, were program failures in the past, moving forward, that doesn't have to be the case. We can all be the success stories that Father G intended for us to be. And that's my thought of the day. Thank you.